You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a friend to the room and a special guest in the building. He stopped by.
And he got money.
Let's
Nick be for
Cannon.
real. Nick got it.
Nick Cannon, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
He's on Wildin' Out season 17.
He's doing amazing.
Something like that, for real. What's good, y'all?
You know we here.
I love what y'all doing,
We're
man.
donating and getting people to donate.
Nick,
And Nick Cannon's the perfect person for this because I always see him on the front lines.
Yeah, for real.
Black Lives Matter. We
That's
see
right.
you at Trade Day every year in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm all about the community. I mean, I grew up in a family of activists, so even before I had bread or even was famous, I was always, doing stuff for the community. That's really my goal is to, I've done everything I could have ever wanted to do in life, so now it's like giving others opportunities and giving back.
Nick has sacrificed his own financial gain.
By the way, wait a minute. When your net worth is $50 million, how much of a sacrifice do you really got to make?
But some people wouldn't do that.
Nah, that's real. I mean, it was still like when I stopped doing America's Got Talent, it hit me.
Yeah,
Let's just get it
That's
like
a
that.
nice check.
Yeah. That $50 million came from all of them years.
But you had to start wearing the same head wrap over and over now. You can't buy a new one every day.
That's a new one.
Now,
Cast the diamond shoes in.
People called you a lot of names. They called you corny at one time for putting out records, and they said you weren't hip hop. But you are on the front lines all the time, and the same people that call you corny and all these names, I don't ever see them there.
Yeah, the funny thing is Nick is everybody's like, nah, you want to be Nick Cannon.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you guys always talk about is authenticity, man. And I never tried to be something that I wasn't. And that was the thing. I even downplayed a lot of the stereotypes and even the stuff that I actually did come from, just to actually like, yo, when you come from it, you don't actually got to front like you are. So
absolutely,
I was like, yo, hell yeah, I'm corny. I'm trying to go to the corny ass bank and cash these corny ass checks. But again, like to me, it goes back to the idea of being for the community and the people. When the grind actually begins and we really got to stand up for each other, I think all of that other stuff goes out the window because that's just like a lot of ego. And when you really care about your community, all of that ego goes out the way.
I love it though, man, because I feel like especially this year, everybody just turned up on their blackness.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like you had all the white supremacists turned up on their racism, so we turned up on our blackness.
Yeah, and I think we had to. I mean, it's very reminiscent of times before when oppression or the oppressor begins to show his true colors, that we got to stand up and unite. And I mean, we've seen it from everywhere, from the civil rights movement to the Panthers to even when hip hop was all about being conscious and having that voice. From Public Enemy to KRS-One, I feel like that energy is back. So I'm excited to be a part of it.
Well, listen, we got this Gathering for Justice. The Gathering for Justice is Harry Belafonte's nonprofit. Correct.
Yeah.
Harry's a lot like you in the sense that he was a superstar, first artist to ever go platinum.
Yeah, the first one.
Right.
Yes.
The Deo joint. And that, the dope thing about Mr. Belafonte, like I've had an opportunity to sit with him many times. We did a film together about Robert Kennedy in 2005, and from that point on, he's always him and his daughter Gina have been so influential in my life, and he's been like a mentor. But he was between Harry Belafonte and Dick Gregory. Those were the two that opened my eyes and said like, it's more than just entertainment.
Yeah.
And people don't know, like Harry Belafonte, like damn near financed the civil rights movement early on.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Like and they tell there's stories about like him and Sidney Poitier riding through the South with a bag of money, like just to give to Martin Luther King. And it's like, so when those people made those type of sacrifices during that time, the least we could do is put our money where our mouth is.
And they were stars. Harry Belafonte and Dick Gregory were superstars.
Superstars, the biggest.
And they sacrificed for the movement.
And they're saying also use your voice and your platform to actually empower other people.
Yeah, and it's crazy even then too, because back in the day, and there's footage of this, Malcolm X, who was the truest, but he even at times criticized the entertainers. He didn't really criticize the entertainers, but we were talking about who are the leaders in our community. And a lot of the people who were stepping up in our community were the Dick Gregorys, were the Harry Belafontes, the Lena Hornes. And he spoke out and saying like, why are these the only people stepping up?
Correct.
He's like, when we really have true leaders in our community and how they perceive us. And that goes back to that idea of like, when it was time to speak to the president, you know what I mean? He wanted to talk to Steve Harvey and Kanye. Yep. But he didn't want to talk to Cornel West. He didn't want to talk to Michael Eric Dyson. So I feel like we got to put our money where our mouth is, use our celebrity, but we also got to empower our leaders.
Yes,
and people
absolutely.
who really can make a change.
On those front
and
lines,
it goes
right.
back to like local community and local government. You know what I mean? And understanding who your city councilman is, understanding who you put in office for mayor. Don't just be complaining about the president when the people who really affect your community are those local politicians right there in your hood.
And that's the idea for the whole Change for Change that we're doing today. Empower the leaders. Go ahead and empower Harry Belafonte, empower Colin Kaepernick, empower Tamika Mallory, Linda Sarsour, Carmen Perez, empower the Justice League NYC.
And you can right now, and you can hit up the website, bcchange4change.com, or you can text CHANGE, CHANGE, to 52182. Now
Nick, no pressure.
No pressure. Will.i.am
donated $50,000.
He did 20,000 and called back, said it wasn't enough, and it said 50.
No pressure.
No pressure though.
Did he give y'all the money though?
Yes.
Like, he just told y'all saw the bread?
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn, Nick,
I'm
you
just
can't
wondering.
pay. You
It's
don't
in the
trust
account.
Will.i.am?
You don't trust Will.i.am?
I do trust Will.i.am, but because this is what happens, and Will.i.am is my man. But again, when it comes to donating, people do it for ego. You know what I mean? And they want to throw a number out there. And then when you go back and you call a business manager, they call it like they want to get the 501c3 and the nonprofit, which I get it, because you want to get your taxes and
Right,
all
but
that.
the money goes straight to gathering
It already
for
goes
justice.
to Gathering for Justice. That's already
And you know
all
what?
the
He
numbers
has
you
his
just
own
named.
organizations as well. He said he
It's
knows
already
how difficult it is to raise money for charity. And
And
Nick, I know you
salute
do a lot.
anybody.
Yes.
But
Right.
all I'm
And
saying,
I know you have a big ego.
yeah, I got a big ego, so I gotta like, if we gonna do it,
Hold on, let me count it out,
Stop
Nick.
it.
You want me to count it out
Go
for
do
you?
it.
How much is that?
I don't know how much it is. That was just
It's
what
like
was in my.
20,000 or
20.
something.
Yeah,
Like
you
20?
know.
Now I can't put that in my bank all at once, because then the IRS.
I don't know how we take cash, Nick. I don't think we
I'm
take
just saying
cash.
that I don't know. Will.i.am made a phone call.
Yeah. Nick got
I'm just
20 in his
saying,
pocket.
That's 20.
it. And, you
Okay,
know,
now
so you
we
saying
were gonna
20.
play a Nick Cannon song. Now we can't because he just put some cash.
Play Gigolo. Right now. Play Gigolo right now.
So Nick Cannon is doing 20 stacks.
Nick's doing 20. And by the way,
Yeah.
we don't care if you announce how much you're donating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
You
some
know,
That's what I'm saying.
Put
Y'all
some
said the
money on
money.
the
I just
table.
put, well, you know, that's
Nick, yeah, he just put
that's
out a
my
little
art.
pocket
Make sure
change.
there's
That
no-
goes.
make
Put
sure
this
there's
into
no
the
ones in
collection
between
plate.
those hundreds.
Oh no, there's no. Come on,
Make
now.
sure there's no
pocket
ones.
change.
Come on, man. Come on now. You can't do me like
This Nick
that.
pocket change.
I'm just.
This Nick pocket change
Nick just
right
left the
here.
strip club. That's the look like he just came from.
Yo, we throwing this in the strip club. We making some happy
Nick
strippers.
Cannon just pulled up. Nick Cannon pulled out 20 grand out of his pocket to donate for Change for Change.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Now I don't know if we can take cash. We can take it, but we gonna figure
Some
this out.
y'all
We
will
can take
figure
it.
it
We
out.
figure it out.
Nick
We figured
Cannon
out.
is giving us actual cash.
I'm just,
20,000.
and that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure Will donated whatever
He
he
was in
donated.
South
But I
Africa.
want it to be, you know, I'm expedient with mine.
All right, I'm not mad at you.
I like it.
I'm not mad at you.
If you ever had any doubts that Nick Cannon is full blown nigga, all right? Look at this guy right now.
Goodness
Okay?
gracious. All right, well, Nick, we appreciate you, and
No
we
doubt.
gonna figure out how to get that money in there. Because you know we can split it up. Yeah, if you take a little bit, I take a little bit.
What?
You take a little bit.
Oh,
we put
I
it in
was
our
like,
account,
take
and then
it.
we donate
And
from
then
our
y'all
account.
donate. Yeah, y'all
we can do
figure it
that.
We
out.
could do that. All right.
I'm on my way to school, y'all. I got to go to Howard. I got class at.
See,
You catching
now
the PJ to
Charlamagne wants
Howard?
to get a degree,
Yeah.
but he wants an
He
honorary.
don't want
do.
to work for it.
Nah, come holler at us. I don't know. Like I'm telling you, man, we got it set up at Howard where we could work it out for you.
An honorary degree?
You don't want to do the
I
honorary.
told you
thing.
you should
I told him,
go.
man.
I'm perfectly fine
Nah,
with
'cause
that.
that's about
Class.
money. You don't want to do that. Like you want to do where you go actually get the education, but just do it in something you already doing it.
Yeah,
do it in the
yeah,
school
yeah.
of communications where the stuff that you do, everything you do every morning can go to your actual
degree, yes.
degree.
True. I might do psychology though.
Yeah, and then you can minor in psychology.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing a double major, so
What's
it's
your,
like
what's your major?
my major is administrative justice. So with everything that we talking,
Oh,
so I'm
that's
going.
dope.
I'm actually
Mm-hmm.
going to the DC jails today to kind of build with a lot of the inmates. And then also it's called SLIM, it's Strategic Legal and Management in the School of Communication. So
Wow.
it's understanding the legal system in our world of communication. So
All right.
Word.
we getting it.
Nick Cannon, get the class.
Nick Cannon,
Yeah.
Nick Cannon Esquire.
It's my lunch money.
There you go.
Oh,
Oh!
kind of
He's really
that.
walking around like Coming to America. This is my pocket change.
My pocket change. All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.